Tankers, today we have some games with the American Tier 7 medium tank, the T20. I just finished this grind. I liked it very much. I really like this tank. It's a medium tank with decent mobility. It moves around pretty well. It has a good gun with good alpha damage, relatively low rate of fire for a medium. It has okay accuracy, overall decent gun handling characteristics. It's not really a sniper, but it's good at medium range. The tank has no armor. It doesn't even have a gun mantlet. Almost any tank that fires at you is going to be able to penetrate you pretty easily. So fighting in this tank is a matter of not getting hit. Fortunately, again, it's a gun with relatively high alpha, low rate of fire, so unlike tanks like, say, the Comet, where you have very good DPM, but you have to stay out there and keep firing in order to take advantage of that. This tank, you can ambush, fire a shot, get back under cover, and play peek-a-boom. And so that makes, in some ways, that easier to do. We're using the excellent gun depression up here. We are playing a careful game. I am platooning here with Van Peenen. He also is up there, looking for shots, trying not to expose, being careful. So far we've taken no damage. It's 1 and 0 here on kills. Put one into the side of this T20 prototype. I switched to APCR and almost immediately realized that was dumb, because I was firing at the side of a T28 prototype, and it has excellent frontal armor but terrible side armor, so there was no point in doing that. Now I just have the turret, so I am switching to APCR to get through the turret. You see I'm doing decent damage with each shot for a Tier 7 medium. Again, looking for shots. I really don't want to get hit by that prototype. It's a very high alpha gun that could do a lot of damage to me. Really like to be able to take that prototype out of this game. That prototype is really dominating this hill fight at the moment. And here's an IS-3. So everybody's coming up to the party. Put a shot through his lower hull pretty easily. Certainly to get through the front of a hull of an IS-3, I would need APCR, but lots of Tier 7 mediums, APCR through the front of an IS-3 would not do it. This tank has an excellent APCR round, so when you need to use premium ammo, it does get the job done. You see that someone is capping. We're concerned about that. Van Peenen and I. He has taken out the IS-3, which was low health, and now we want to do some damage without taking damage up here on the hill. We're dominating this hill, but we don't want to lose the cap. And we have an IS-6 in here. Normally an IS-6 would be very hard to penetrate. I'm going to take a shot from him, unfortunately. But I'm firing from above, and hit this T28. He's on fire, and that kills him. Normally firing on the front of an IS-6 with a Tier 7 heavy would be rather difficult, but even with APCR, but much of his armor is slope, and so firing down on him reduces his effective armor significantly. Van Peenen's putting some pressure on him on the right side, so I decide to come around to this side. We have a Sherman Jumbo over here. Put a shot in on him. Bounce the shot. Sherman Jumbo is not being very careful here against a very dangerous tank. Put a shot into the side of the IS-6. He's still got a lot of health. I do not want to get hit up by that tank. He can penetrate me trivially. And he's got a 122mm gun that could potentially one-shot me now. Now what I'm doing here is I'm using the E2, the Sherman Jumbo, as armor. I'm letting him be stupid, get himself shot, and kill the IS-6. Don't like using team members like that. Would much rather he had played smart, but I'll take it. Anyway, that was a second-class mastery on this game. Went quite well. Between Van Pena and myself, we did most of the damage for the team. Now here's one on Lost Temple. I'm platooning with Alexander Cheng in his Comet. I pause for a moment because he's not moving. As it turns out from later, he had a crash, but he will get back into the game pretty quickly. I move forward hoping that I'm not going to be without a platoon mate, but as it turns out, he joins quickly and it works out fine. Here I have a sneaky shot on another T20, and I'm looking to try to get another one before he gets out. Notice that the reload speed is not fast, but is manageable. Now here is a T1. He's pointed the other way, and he's rather idiotically ignoring the shots I am putting into him. He is completely focused on his target, and now he's dead. So that was very poor play on his part, which I was able to take advantage of. Alexander is now up in his Comet, putting fire down on the enemy. I decided to advance over to this side of the hill, leaving him the other side of the hill, and immediately find a target. Lose sight of him, pull back again. This tank is about not getting hit. I have no significant armor anywhere, any kind. Alexander signaling negative. Don't pull forward. He's in a nice sniping position. Hit the enemy Comet there. And I take a shot. Damage to my scope, and there is a tank coming up. I don't immediately fix the viewfinder because things have turned into a close range fight for the moment. And I have pretty good crew skills, so that repairs to its current value pretty quickly. I bounce a shot there. I'm using AP. We are both looking to get shots without exposing ourselves. The Comet is similar in that it doesn't have good armor. It does have some frontal turret armor. It has good gun depression. It has a very different gun, however, in that it's got a high rate of fire, low alpha, high DPM gun, so he needs to keep that gun in the game. See KV-1, put a shot into him. He easily penetrates me, as he always will. But he's a tier 5 heavy. I have no trouble getting through his armor, and I come around to hit him from behind and take him out. Now I have somewhat exposed myself. I get a shot in over here on this heavy, and there is a Sherman up here. Doesn't seem to be super effective. Puts a shot into me. He's not moving. He is not staying hull down. I pull forward because I want to protect my toonmate. I should have realized that he was going to do just fine and circle that IS effectively. So now there's one enemy tank left. Again, who did not seem to be super high skilled. Put a shot into him. That bounces. Bounce again, very annoyingly. I guess off his gun mantlet. You notice I'm jigging back and forth to make it hard for him to shoot at me. And inexperienced players will often have trouble with that kind of thing. Alright, as we tally it up, this will turn out to be another second-class medal. Me and Alexander did quite well here. Again, dominating damage for this battle. And getting a whole bunch of shots in. Next we have a solo battle on Black Goldville. I tend to get my best battles in solo fights, because if you're platooning with somebody who's good, then they use up a lot of the available damage pool of the enemy, whereas if you're by yourself and you have a good game, you tend to dominate that. Anyway, I have moved up here into a spotting and flanking position. I don't want to get hit, but I want to take advantage of this excellent spot. We see some enemy tanks that have not advanced to the caves, but they're not taking a very dynamic position. Here's a couple of tanks moving forward. I don't want to stay exposed like that. I took one shot. I move forward. I am hoping to reset camo. I'm moving around a little bit to not expose as much of my tank as I pop out. See another shot there. Aim in, fire, move back. Get a bounce off the front of that heavy. Take a shot. Oop. And should not have stayed out and exposed like that. Now I am going to reposition. Try to be unpredictable, not in the spot where they saw you last. Put one into this T20. You'll notice I'm spotting for my team, and this is important because a couple of TDs have gone to the town area, and so my spotting them is allowing the TDs to put shots in here. Between my ability to spot them and the heavies up by caves, that's exposing the enemy to some good fire. So, had a little duel there with this comet. I am now rather damaged, so I don't have a lot of hit points. I could be a one shot depending on what's shooting at me. This heavy is not looking at my direction, so it was safe to aim in. At this point I'm going to be very careful. Look to reset my camo. Tiger P, very tough opponent, but I have nice. He's angling his armor toward the heavies in front of him, which means that I get nice side shots in him, which are going through even with AP ammo. Got a Indian Panzer. I put a shot into him. Again, this is a nice flanking position if you can stay alive here. Stay patient, wait for that to appear, and boom, he's dead. Okay, not going to be able to get through the side of that. Not with that APCR, switch to APCR. I am spotted. There we go. And I take another shot and don't get through that AT. I am now an easy one shot for anyone, and anyone who's thinking about it would put HE into me in order to guarantee a kill. He pulls out, I put a shot into him. He's the last living enemy tank. I just don't want to get killed by him. And boom. So this will turn out to be a first-class mastery for me. And I want you to notice how much spotting damage I get. It's quite a lot of spotting damage, and so lots of XP for this tank. Very good battle. So, hope you liked the video. Please comment, please subscribe, please like, and see you next time.